People come to me and say, Ajahn Chah, meditation is hard. My mind won't settle. Thoughts come and go like wild monkeys. What should I do? I just smile. You see, it's like trying to catch the wind in your hands. The harder you try, the more you struggle, the more restless you become. You're fighting your own mind, and that's why it feels hard. The dance of the mind meditation is not about fighting. It's not about forcing the mind to be still. It's about understanding. It's about letting go. You don't catch the wind. You just sit and feel it. You let it pass. You don't try to pin down thoughts. You let them flow. People think they must conquer their minds, as if battling a fierce dragon that breathes fire with every thought. But here's the secret. The dragon is made of mist. The moment you try to seize it, it vanishes, only to reappear in another form. The trick is not to fight, but to observe, to marvel at the dance of your own mind without judgment. The secret of ease people make it complicated. They think they must sit perfectly, breathe a certain way, hold the mind in a tight grip. No wonder they're tired. Meditation isn't like that. It's simple. The more you complicate it, the farther you move from the truth. Start like this. Sit comfortably. You don't need to be a statue. Just sit naturally, like you're resting after a long day. Close your eyes gently. Breathe. Feel the breath. Don't force it. Don't control it. Just feel it. Like waves on a quiet shore, coming in, going out. The tale of the Old Fisherman. There was once an old fisherman who sat by a tranquil river, holding his line without a single twitch. A young man approached and asked, "Old man, why aren't you casting your line deeper? You'll never catch fish like that." The fisherman chuckled and said, "If I thrash the water, the fish will scatter. If I sit still, they will come on their own." Meditation is the same. If you thrash your mind, thoughts scatter and grow wild. But if you sit still and let them be, peace will find you. Letting go of control, your mind will wander. Thoughts will come, stories, plans, memories. Let them. Don't fight. Don't follow. Just know they are there. Like someone sitting by the roadside, watching people pass. You don't chase after them or call them to sit with you. You just notice. That's all. Sometimes you'll feel peaceful, sometimes restless, sometimes happy, sometimes sad. It doesn't matter. Your job is not to control the experience, but to see it clearly. To know, the mind is restless now, without adding judgment. Why is it so simple? People don't believe it can be this simple. They think they must suffer and strain. But suffering comes from trying too hard. The Buddha didn't teach us to struggle, but to see, to observe, to understand. The way of practice is like carrying a heavy load. If you don't hold it right, your arms ache. But if you balance it on your shoulder, you can walk far without tiring. The story of the bamboo basket. A monk once came to me, exhausted and frustrated. He said, "I practice so hard, yet my mind is still chaotic." I handed him a bamboo basket and asked him to fill it with water from the river. He rushed to the water, scooped it up and ran back, but by then the basket was empty. Again and again he tried, but each time the water slipped through. Finally, he dropped the basket and sighed. I smiled and said, "You are trying too hard. Just dip the basket in the river and leave it there. Let the water fill it naturally." Meditation is like that. You can't force peace to stay. You can only create the right conditions and let it fill your heart naturally. Trust in the process. Have faith in your practice. Even when your mind is like a raging river, keep sitting, keep watching. The river will calm. Don't rush to reach stillness. Let it come naturally, like a leaf floating down from a tree. There's nothing mysterious about meditation. It's not reserved for monks or wise men. Anyone can do it. The only obstacle is your own mind telling you it's difficult. The real practice people ask, how long must I practice to find peace? I tell them, peace is not something you find, it's something you let happen. If you keep looking for it, it moves away. If you just sit and watch without expectation, it comes and sits beside you. When you see the nature of your thoughts, how they rise and fall like bubbles on water, you stop being attached to them. You stop being pulled by their stories. You see them as they are, and they lose their power over you. Meditate with a gentle heart. Be kind to yourself. Don't be too serious. Don't blame yourself for wandering thoughts. Just know, the mind is wandering again, and gently bring it back to the breath. Smile at your own foolishness. The mind is like a little child running here and there. Be patient. Be gentle. The tale of the resting bird. There was a small bird that tried to fly against the storm, battling the wind until it was exhausted. Finally, it perched on a branch, letting the storm blow past. When the sky cleared, the bird took flight effortlessly. Sometimes you too must rest and let the storm pass. Struggling against your own thoughts only wears you down. Sit and be still. Let the mind settle like dust in calm air. The fruit of practice, when you practice like this, with ease, with gentleness, you'll find peace growing naturally. You won't have to force it. It will bloom like a flower, quietly and without effort. One day you'll sit down and notice that your mind is still, your heart at rest. You didn't make it happen. You allowed it to happen. So, remember, meditation is not a struggle. It's a letting go. It's sitting with yourself as you are, without trying to change or fix anything. The more you relax, the deeper your practice becomes. Don't make it complicated. Just breathe, feel, watch, and let go. That's all. That's enough. The rest will take care of itself. May your practice be simple. May your heart be at ease. May you find peace without looking for it.